Welcome to the video. It is Gaz. And today we are doing another infested companion video. And this one is a Crescent Vulpaphyla, which is probably the worst of the bunch. Possibly the worst of the bunch. You know, at least it comes back to life, unlike the doggos. So, that's pretty nice. Either way, I'm going to tell you guys how I got a Crescent Vulpaphyla, which is not exactly a normal method of getting one of these animals to appear. We're going to go over its terrible abilities, and we're also going to, we're going to watch it do nothing, which is pretty much what it does. So, the way that I got the Crescent Vulpaphyla, it will spawn more frequently during the Vohm cycle on Deimos. Keep that in mind. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to basically run around, have the infested attack the Crescent Vulpaphyla if you get the spawn, which is, by the way, a really low spawn rate. You'll probably catch like 20 other Vulpaphylas before you get a single Crescent Vulpaphyla. So keep that in mind. Basically what I'd recommend to you, since the spawn rate's so low, is just like, if you're in a clan or something like that, stay in clan chat. Hey, I need a Crescent Vulpaphyla. Good luck spelling that. If you get one, message me. So that's what I actually did. I didn't ask for it. Someone actually messaged me and told me they got one to spawn in the wild and invited me to their instance. I just caught it right there. So that was really nice of them. And that's what I'd recommend to you. Basically split farm it, because if you really want this mastery fodder, that's the best way to do it. Have 4 squads of 1 person hunting down the Crescent Vulpaphyla during the Vohm cycle with the Trent gun and maybe even the Echo Lures and stuff if you feel like doing that. And then once someone finds it, invite all the other 3 people in your squad into the mission. Once everyone's loaded in, then capture it, and everyone will get the Crescent Vulpaphyla weakened version. Okay, so what do you get for all that stupid work? Well, it will charge a singular enemy within 10 meters, dealing 200 puncture damage, and lifting them for 8 seconds. While lifted, the enemy damage against them is amplified by 100%. While lifted. It says 8 seconds, it's about 4 seconds. It's a single target ability that feels like it has a really long cooldown, too. And then when you go into the larval form, which all the Vulpaphylas have, where they basically become a mini sentinel, it will for some reason do AoE attacks and then do impact damage. Impact procs, rather. It still does puncture damage, I suppose. This thing is not worth maxing out. It's worth leveling up once and then possibly deleting it or holding on to it in case they buff it. Because the thing is, I think they might buff this because it is the most rare version of the Vulpaphyla. So let's just... I'm going to pause them, actually, just so because this thing is really stupid. Actually, we won't pause them. We'll do level 50, though. Alright, so this thing is really stupid. We'll put it in the larval form after we display what the ability actually does. So, here we go. It charged that guy. He's lifted for... That does not look like 8 seconds to me. That looks like about 4 seconds, maybe a little bit less. So, while they are lifted like that, they will take increased damage. But as you see, it didn't... The way that you would make this good is if it immediately does the charge again. Does not have any cooldown on the charge. And make it so it's actually a full 8 seconds. And also make it AoE. Because right now... Let's see, that guy took like a 5,000 damage hit. But like, it honestly could have done the exact same amount of damage and I wouldn't have noticed. Because it's single target and not worth it. So, yeah, okay, that's what it does. That only works on 1 enemy at a time. Which I'd say, like, if you want to make it good, make it AoE. Make it like a 10-meter AoE. Let's let it die now. Go into the larval form. The antigens and the mutagens don't matter for this thing because it sucks. Alright, so it's going to charge that guy. Lift them for like 4 seconds, even though it says 8 on the card. Now they're going to kill it. Now it's in the larval form. Now the larval form actually does do AoE attacks. See, it hit all 4 of them, and they all got impact proc, but it did not lift them. So the ability while it's in larval form is actually different function-wise than the ability in Fox Cavat form. And it's actually a pretty decent AoE. See, like, if it was always like that and it didn't have as long of a cooldown, I'd be down for it. But this is what we get from having to get the most annoying pet in Deimos to get. It seems like it goes through walls. I don't know where that thing just went, but it's back now. And there you go, lifted. Taking like a 7,000 damage proc, it looked like there. So yeah, if you consider this like something that you want, I mean, I definitely don't want this. It's much worse in mission, too, because, like, you're not gonna. The thing, you're also not gonna even notice which enemy it's lifted. That's one of the biggest problems with this thing. It's like, oh, when it's in cat form, like which enemy did it even charge? Like it doesn't really like tell you which one it's gonna charge at. If it like was like if it maybe marked it on your mini map as well, which one it's gonna be charging, so you'd know which one to focus your damage on. That would be kind of nice. Also make it AoE. So those are some things I would do to make this better. Also, like, you know what? At least it has the revive thing, right? At least it has the revive thing that the dogs don't have. But this is definitely the worst of the Vulpaphylas. We'll do an invasion Vulpaphyla video in the near future, but that one's definitely better than this. At least it looks pretty cool. But yeah, the Panzer Vulpaphyla destroys this thing entirely. And is easier to get as far as the drop rates are concerned, or spawn rates. Also, here's the antigens and mutagens. This is basically the mastery fodder mutagens I've used here. They're just the easiest ones to build. I had the most foam and Voss residue for this, so. And yeah, I know it's not fully leveled up, but like, man, I do not want to level this thing anymore, that's for sure. But yeah, like, as you can see right here, the descriptions of these abilities, charge the enemies, dealing 100 puncture damage. Okay, it actually doesn't say it buffs they take additional damage from this one. So, maybe some uniformity between these two abilities. And then make it AoE on the Crescent charge. Make it not have a cooldown. And maybe make it so it's like easier to tell which one it's going to be charging at. All those things would make it better and still not very good. So, yeah, like that 200 puncture damage does not, like, dude, like 200 puncture damage? Are you really trying to sell me on that? That's not anything, like, at all. Like, let's see if I want to see if it actually kills a level 1 enemy with Crescent charge. It might actually kill a level 1 enemy with Crescent charge. Do a level 1 butcher. Is level 1 too low? Maybe level 1's too low. Let's do level, like, 2. Alright, level 2. Give him a little bit of credit. Alright, Crescent charge. Prove yourself. Single target Crescent charge. Let's do this, man. Oh, crap. Well, it didn't get to use the ability. Let's make it level 5. Alright. If it's actually doing damage, it's hard to tell how much damage it is, to be fair, because it's a cat. Don't attack it. Whoa, it almost two-shot that level 5. It did. Well, it doesn't want to use the ability, so, yeah. Test failed. Maybe we do it like level 20, it will work. Let's see if it can kill level 20. I'm going to stand back so it can attack it. Come on, you can do it, dude. Ooh, nice AI. I think the Butcher will actually win. Now he's just swinging at the air now. Okay, well, that is Warframe in a nutshell right there. A useless companion and a useless enemy. And then you looking with crazy fashion frame from above. With some over-formatted weapons. I'll talk to you guys next time. Hope you found this helpful. Don't go for this unless you need that mastery fodder. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.